UI7 Newsbreak. Illini women's basketball coach Matt Bollant was fired yesterday.
Responsibility for what went on here. And
Illini Athletic Director Josh Whitman made a stunning announcement about the future of the men's basketball program.
I hope that that's a relationship that can endure after he's gone.
Later, student organization 8 to Create challenged artists to make entire works of art within their 8-hour showcase.
All this and more coming up on this edition of UI7 Newsbreak.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio at the University of Illinois campus, this is your UI7 Newsbreak.
Hello, I'm Jane Lee.
And I'm Charlotte Collins.
Illinois Athletic Director Josh Whitman is intent on pushing Illini basketball in a new direction. In the past 5 days, Whitman has fired both the Illinois men's and women's basketball head coaches.
UI7 Newsbreak's Jillian Kaler breaks down the state of each program.
Tuesday marked the beginning of a new era for Illinois women's basketball. After 5 seasons, Matt Bollant was relieved of his head coaching duties. During his time with the Illini, Ballant's best season and only winning season was his first. Athletic Director Josh Whitman said that the decision had nothing to do with Ballant's character.
The thing that's driving our decisions is we expect competitive excellence from Illinois athletics.
In 2015, 7 former players sued the university and claimed that Bollant and his coaching staff were being racially discriminatory towards different players on the team. The university launched an investigation and Bollant was found of no wrongdoing. But he does believe it changed the course of the program.
I have responsibility for what went on here, and I tried to control what I could control, but I certainly made some mistakes, and some of the things didn't go like they needed to go.
Over on the men's side, Gross was also fired after 5 seasons. Whitman said that the decision to fire Gross was difficult and personal.
It's no secret that John and I have gotten to be good friends, and I admire a lot of things about him, and I hope that that's a relationship that can endure after he's gone.
Grossi said he is not sure of what the next stage of his career will be, but wished the best to his former players.
Those are my guys. I love them. But as I told them, the most important thing is that they fight, and they keep fighting. That's what they've done.
Whitman says that the national searches have already started for both coaching vacancies. In Champaign, I'm Jillian Kaler, UI7 Newsbreak.
Kicks to Holick.
On Saturday, Centennial High School sophomore Luke Miller died after suffering severe injuries from an attack by fellow students. Police appeared at the school on Monday to get more information and say Miller's death was an isolated incident. The 15-year-old male was receiving treatment at Carle Hospital in Champaign, where he began vomiting blood. He was later airlifted to Barnes Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri, and was pronounced dead right before 10 p.m. Champaign Unit 4 School Superintendent Judy Wagan released a statement saying, "It is with deep sorrow that we mourn the tragic loss of Centennial student Luke Miller over the weekend. Miller was a member of the archery team, and his friends described him as a really nice kid."
Turning to campus news, Mediapalooza is an event held at the University of Illinois every year. High school seniors that have been accepted into the College of Media have the chance to visit campus and get a taste of what life is like as an Illini. UI7 Newsbreak's James Boyd gives you a first-hand look at what the experience is like for an incoming freshman.
Sarah Sigmund, along with other students and families, is getting ready for Mediapalooza. Even though she was homeschooled, it hasn't stopped her from wanting to attend a large university.
I live in Fairmount, so I grew up around the University of Illinois, and it's been the dream university for me since I was a little girl. So going to the Mediapalooza is really exciting because I've wanted to go into advertising.
After checking in, Sigmund and her family headed upstairs for a Q&A session. Professor Steve Hall spoke briefly about advertising, but the real action took place in room 31. The students were separated from their parents, split into groups, and signed a project. All right, so Mediapalooza has been going on for a couple of hours now. I'm currently in Gregory Hall with the advertising students that are coming in for the class of 2021. Sarah and her team are behind me working on a advertisement for Jimmy John, so let's see what they come up with. Advertising professor Shahar Marone has been a part of Mediapalooza for 3 years and gives students hands-on experience right away.
I gave them a creative brief. I told them how creative briefs work. It's a document that you look at in order to start making your work. And then the first thing they did was come up with ideas, just using like a Sharpie and paper, trying to think about what angle they want to take.
Sigmund's group was last to turn its ad in, but they came up with a solid campaign. Sports and sandwiches, we are the party. After advertising food for more than an hour, Sigmund said Jimmy John's was definitely an option to cap off her day.
It could be. You never know. I mean, if it's not too cold, not too far away to walk there, then yeah, that could definitely be a destination. They're freaky fast.
Sigmund knows Media Palooza was just a prequel, and when she returns to campus this fall, she'll be ready for the real deal. In Urbana, I'm James Boyd, UI7 Newsbreak.
U of I's Black Chorus hosted their 13th symposium this weekend to educate guests on the history and craft of the Black sacred music tradition that takes place every 2 years. UI7's David Pierce shows us how their love for vocals draws them to the event.
The conference is a chance for people from all over the country to come together and share their passion for Black spirituals. First-time attendee Carissa Smith traveled 5 hours from Michigan with her friends and says it's compelling to unite individuals to harmonize as one voice.
And I just love music. I'm not a great singer or anything like that, but just to be able to sing with other people that enjoy the same things you enjoy, I think is really empowering. So.
Participants are also taught how to dictate their bodies so their voices can thoroughly project.
I'm in the Black Chorus Symposium. We have everybody in here working together and harmonizing and getting their vocals together.
I come to choir rehearsal every Tuesday.
The seminar has been running since 1991 and has transcended with different values that are portrayed each year. Black Symposium creator Dr. Ali Davis says the conference aims to teach participants to use music as an uplifter when happy or sad.
I want them to find refuge and sanctuary, which is our theme for this year, and know that there's hope and joy in this music, and it will serve you in the midst of troubled times and bring even greater joy in the midst of good times.
Smith and many others grasp that concept of spirituality. She feels that Black Chorus has a bigger purpose than just singing lyrics.
The reasons why we sing, and it's for God's glory, not for our own, and so not to be embarrassed about something that's for Him.
The event closed on Sunday with a concert so members could showcase all of the new techniques they had learned. In Urbana, I am David Pierce, UI7 Newsbreak.
Registered student organization 8 to Create gave audiences an opportunity to experience art in a unique way with their 3rd annual live art show.
Preparing to embark on an 8-hour journey of artistry. The event 8 to Create prompts artists to push their limits by creating a piece of work in a limited amount of time.
For me, it's more like a challenging project because my work is very time-consuming, especially large piece. Usually take me a month to finish.
Pieces vary from watercolor paintings to sculptures. Artists came with some prepared materials, but the majority of the work was made on site. Artists are given 8 hours to create unique art pieces like the one behind me to be put on display. Coordinators of the event say that its purpose is to inspire and spark a newfound appreciation for art.
We want them to appreciate, the effort and the time that goes into creating something.
For G. Mo, art is more than physical.
Art is an enterprise that activates sort of all these different dimensions of the human experience. And to me, art feels like a way of communicating that's unbeholden to language. Like it supersedes all these sort of divisions between people. And it gives us opportunities to think and to feel and to relate to one another.
For Zhang, art is a tool for change.
Art can be a tool and a message send it out to public, whether anything related to political issues and social problem. Art is the direct tool to express artists and the people in general, their statement.
In Urbana, Natalie Stewart, UI7 Newsbreak.
The escape room trend has found its way into downtown Urbana. UI7 Newsbreak's Dorothy Tang will tell us how Champaign-Urbana's Adventures in Time and Space is creating a series of new escape rooms.
But we won't stop the clock if you need to step out.
CU Adventures is looking to expand its collection of escape room games. Owner and Game Master Chris Lukeman says he and the other Game Masters are hoping to build at least 3 new rooms before the end of the school year.
We're opening a few new rooms, including the Wizard's Revenge, which is a fantasy room where players do things that are magical, that cause locks to open, doors to open, stuff like that, with a lot of technology behind the scenes. And we have a few new large-scale games that we're getting up soon, so I'm excited to see how those turn out.
The Game Masters work together to build new games and improve old ones.
It's a pretty organic process. We're all sort of always contributing and just always improving and coming up with new ideas.
What was the name of the university we're at again?
Midwestern Miskatonic University.
Players are given an hour in each room to save the world. Here we are in one of the escape rooms that Chris and the Game Masters have designed. As you can see, the environment is very immersive, and the room is filled with different puzzle pieces that help people escape the room.
We are not trying to trick you. Asking for the ideas and input of the people you work for can really give you some new and interesting solutions to things that you may not have thought of before.
Escape rooms are something that did not exist more than 5 years ago. And when I was a kid, or when I was in high school, or even in college, this kind of experience would have blown me away.
You got this. You got it. Okay.
Lukeman will continue to use his creativity to make more escape rooms for CU Adventures. In Urbana, I'm Dorothy Tang, UI7 Newsbreak.
It looks like we won't have any snow this weekend as we head into spring. It is currently 18 degrees. We should get up to the lower 30s today, so keep those coats handy.
Tonight, expect a low of 15. Thursday's high will be in the lower 40s with a low of 36, and we might get some rain showers on Friday with a high of 55. Friday night should be in the lower 30s, and Saturday's temperatures will be in the upper 40s during the day and high 20s at night.
Up next, we'll take a closer look at U of I students' approach to campus activism.
All this and more when we come back.
We're about halfway through the semester, so you know what that means, spring break. We'll have tons of tips on how to have a great trip or even a great staycation. So tune in to Good Morning Illini this Friday at 9.
I show you how I feel. It's like this. I don't know.
This is how I feel about Hollywood.
On Thursday, nationally acclaimed activist and author Sean King made a visit to campus and gave a talk on how your background shapes your awareness. UI7 Newsbreak's Grace Osebu has more on one student's take on activism.
Star Gibson is a junior at the U of I, and she has recently found a way to make her voice heard on campus.
Growing up, I was in a mostly black community, so we didn't really have different people, different cultures, different ethnicities.
Star got a chance to hear Sean King describe what drives his activism.
I don't see the world the way I see it because I read a book, because I watched a video. It took 37 years of life experiences.
I'm here at the Illini Union, where hundreds of people have gathered to listen to activist and author Sean King give a talk on what it means to be socially active and what political awareness means, especially in the era of Donald Trump.
I would say activism means that you are doing what you can, when you can, to make whatever situation go better.
Black students right now are working on a campaign called Project 1000. One of the primary goals is that the class of 2024 would have at least 1,000 black freshmen. But in the United States, I think it's just being alive as a black woman and just the experiences I've experienced because of my race and my gender and my class that have propelled me towards activism.
Most people don't get the same opportunities as I do or as other people do on campus, and that's the issue. So when I got here, I was like, oh, all these things are going on I didn't know about, so let me read about those, let me educate myself.
For Star, her education is just beginning. In Urbana, I'm Grace Osebu, UI7 Newsbreak.
Thanks for watching.
And have a great day.